Welcome to Module 4 of our course series on the roadmap to Indian pilot licensing. Today, we're diving into the core structure of the industry by exploring the different types of pilot licenses. Think of this as a capability and progression model. It's the professional ladder you'll climb as you transform from an aspiring student into a qualified airline pilot. In the world of aviation, there are three distinct altitudes, or levels of certification that stand between you and the flight deck of a major airline. We begin with the Student Pilot License, or SPL, which is your basic entry point. From there, you'll ascend to the Private Pilot License, the PPL, which grants you independence in the air. Finally, the ultimate goal for most is the Commercial Pilot License, the CPL, which is the key to a professional career. Let's look at the foundation, the Student Pilot License. Think of the SPL as a learner's permit for the skies. It's the very first credential you need to start your flight training in India. While it officially authorizes your departure from the ground, its primary characteristic is supervision. Every maneuver you perform and every hour you spend in the cockpit must be under the direct watch of a qualified flight instructor. You are learning to fly, but the safety net of an expert is always there. Once you've mastered the basics, you move to the Private Pilot License. This is a major milestone because it unlocks independent solo flight. With a PPL, you are no longer required to have an instructor in the seat next to you. You can fly small aircraft completely on your own. However, there is a critical boundary. This is for personal use only. You can take your friends or family for a flight, but you cannot be paid for it. It's about the joy of flying, not yet the business of flying. The third and final step in this hierarchy is the Commercial Pilot License. This is the definitive credential that turns a passion into a profession. The CPL is what allows you to receive remuneration. Essentially, it's what allows you to earn a living in the cockpit. It opens the doors to career pathways in commercial airlines, cargo transport, and private charter services. This is where your independence meets professional command. To help you visualize these differences, let's compare the operational authorities of each license side by side. As you can see, while all three allow for basic training, the PPL is the point where you lose the requirement for constant supervision and gain the ability to fly solo. The transition to CPL is the only path that switches the no to a yes for commercial remuneration and airline operations. Each license is a building block, adding new rights and responsibilities to your portfolio. You might wonder what it takes to move from one level to the next. Interestingly, regardless of the license type, the engine that drives your progression is always made of three parts. First, there are theoretical exams, where you prove your knowledge of physics and regulations. Second are the flying hours, which represent your physical experience. And finally, the skill tests, where you must demonstrate your practical mastery to an examiner. To move up, you must fuel all three of these areas. Now that you understand the hierarchy of Indian pilot licensing and the fundamental requirements for moving through the ranks, you have the context needed to plan your career. In our next module, we will get even more specific by looking at the detailed, step-by-step path to obtaining that all-important commercial pilot license. Make sure your instruments are calibrated. We're about to dive into the detailed roadmap ahead.
Dreaming of flying across the world? Not just India, but Paris, London, Dubai. An EASA license is your passport to global skies. Recognized in 31 countries and accepted by airlines worldwide. Train in Europe with modern aircraft, multicultural exposure, and the world's highest safety standards. And yes, you can always convert back to DGCA if you choose to return. Confused about costs, universities, or visa process? We're here to help for free. Hurry! Click the link below to register for your free one-on-one consultation today. Limited seats available. Your global cockpit awaits. Worldwide.